What's up, Jets fans? Vigosportstalk here, host of Vigosportstalk Jets. In today's episode, I will go over Sunday's game against the Cleveland Browns. And I'm also going to go over basically this whole week. This whole week for Jets fans. This was by far one of the most craziest weeks for Jets fans, by far. Let's start off with the big trade. You guys want to hear my thoughts on this trade? Let me tell you something. You have no idea how much I love Sauce Gardner, man. Sauce Gardner, ever since coming to the league, he's been my favorite player by far from the draft. Favorite cornerback. Even when he had a down year, he was still my favorite cornerback by far. And to see him get traded just hurt me, honestly. It hurt me. But at the end of the day, I guess you could say he wasn't performing at his level. And we did get 2 first-round picks, which is in a young wide receiver that's very talented, A.D. Mitchell, also known as Adonai Mitchell. It was a good trade. I will say that. I like the trade, but Jets fans are going to be hurt because, it's Sauce Gardner. You know how much he meant to the Jets community. He meant a lot. He was loyal to the fan base. I could tell he wanted to win, but he never complained or nothing. But it sucked, man. But it sucks to see, but I like the trade. I will say, we got 2 first-round picks. I gotta see it. In 2026, we got 2 first-round picks and a second-round pick from the Quentin Williams trade, which I'll get to in a minute. So the future is bright for us. The future is bright. We just gotta get these drafts right, and who knows if we get it right. And let's go to the Quentin Williams trade. I feel like this one was pretty obvious for Jets fans. Everyone's seen it coming. Let's be honest. Everyone's seen the Quentin Williams trade coming. He's been a great player for the Jets for the past 7 years. He's been impactful. I think this is his best year in the run. He was performing very high. According to some reporters, he requested a trade because he couldn't handle it anymore. He's been with the team for many years. He couldn't handle losing. And I respect that. He was loyal to us. Like, there are some moments I wish he could take it back, but at the end of the day, I don't blame him. We just kept losing, and that's just what happens. But we also got a pretty good trade for that. I'm not for Quentin, and if I'm being honest, I'm surprised we got a first-round pick. I thought he was gonna be worth like a few seconds. We got a first-round pick in 2027, and a second-round pick, which is the one for next year's draft. Oh, the first-round pick I'm talking about is 2027, by the way. Oh, and I also forgot to mention the other first-round pick from the Sauce Gardner trade was 2 first-round picks. It will also be in 2027. So that means in 2027, we are going to have 3 first-round picks. You heard me. 3 first-round picks. Just like 2022, we made a huge trade, got a lot of draft picks, and we got to get these right. And if you're going to ask me who we're going to draft next year's draft, I'll be honest with you, I have no idea. It may be a quarterback. It may be Caleb Downs. It may be maybe not a wide receiver anymore. It could be a defensive player. Who knows? But as of right now, the future is bright for us. With all these first round picks, we got to get, like I said, we cannot mess these up. We cannot mess this up at all. We got to get every single one of these draft picks right. Every single one. And honestly, if you were to ask me, if I was the GM, I keep it saying, if I was the GM right now, by the end of the season, who will I draft? It all depends how we finish. And for the people saying, oh, let's tank. I'm not a fan of tanking, but if it means we're going to get Mendoza, I don't know. I like Mendoza, but I'm always not a fan of throwing rookie quarterbacks out like that. I'd like to have have them sit behind a veteran, get used to being in the NFL, and when it's the time, they'll be ready. We've seen them with a lot of quarterbacks. You just can't force them out like that. So we'll see what happens by the draft. Anyways, let's talk about Sunday. For all the trades, after all the trades, let me talk about it. Adonai Mitchell, I've liked him since college. He's a very good wide receiver. Unfortunately, things didn't work out in Indianapolis. It was a crowded wide receiver room, so it was kind of hard to have some playing time, especially with them drafting Tyler Warren. They were using three wide receivers, one tight end. It was hard for him to get playing time. It was hard, but I'm happy he's with us now because he could easily be our wide receiver too. And also John Mechie, we got from the Michael Carter trade. According to Aaron Glenn, he's going to be our slot receiver. He's good in the slot. So I'm happy to hear that. So it's looking like it's going to be Garrett Wilson, and Mitchell and John Mechie for wide receivers, and Mason Taylor for tight end. And I think Aaron Smith should get some playing time too, because he's not bad. He's literally not bad. He's number one in separation. I guarantee you, like, there's many times in the game where you can just throw a deep ball to him and he'll get a touchdown. Who knows? He can get it Sunday, maybe. Y'all can come back to this. Who knows? But he should definitely get playing time too. But as of right now, I'm looking at wide receiver room right now. I'm liking it. I feel like it's gone way better. The only thing I'm worried about now is our defense, especially with trading Sauce Gardner and Quinnen Williams. I feel like we need a D tackle now to replace Quinnen Williams. I'm liking the rotation Jawan Briggs and Harrison Phillips. But if we're looking at that defensive tackle room right now, we definitely need somebody. And I think we'll address in the draft. I'll have to look who's the best defensive tackle right now. I'll come in the draft. I'll have to look for that. And we'll come back to it. And also forgot to mention, recently came out, Quincy Williams. Apparently he has been benched, which I was pretty surprised by that. According to the coaches, he has been performing well since training camp. And if you ask me, I like Quincy Williams. I think he's our best linebacker by far. I don't know why they say he wasn't underperforming. But I guess Aaron Glenn said, he'll be just fine. I hope he'll be just fine. Because stuff like this just makes you not want to play for the team anymore. It makes you just lose respect and lose confidence. But I guarantee you, he's going to play Sunday. He's our best linebacker. I like him better than Sherwood. And I love Sherwood too. He's been getting better. Coverage has got to be better, but everything else perfect. And the rookie linebacker, he's getting better and better. But at the end of the day, I think Quincy should be starting. We should also draft another linebacker just in case. But regardless, Quincy's a starter in this league. I've seen him for the last 4 years. He's a starter in this league, without a doubt. He should be on Sunday starting, being that starting lineup against the Cleveland Browns easily. And A.Z. Thomas, I will talk about him too. I know people are going to talk about him saying they don't know if he's ready. And I like him. He's been pretty good. Besides that one touchdown to T. Higgins, that deep touchdown, let me remind you, that was his only catch of the game. And if you ask me, that's pretty good stat for our secondary. That's pretty good. Holding up literally the best wide receiver 2 in the league. He could be a top 10 receiver sometimes. So holding him to one catch is pretty good. And to Jamar Chase, I don't know the exact stat line, but he did not have a touchdown, which I know maybe he probably had like 70 yards, but that's still pretty huge for our secondary. Coming from probably the best wide receiver right now. Actually, not right now, probably top 3. But to hold him to no touchdowns is pretty good. And I will say that. So our secondary has been looking good. And Brandon Stevens, he's improved. He's impressed me a lot. He's improved a lot. I believe he is currently number 1 ranked out of all corners in the NFL, which is insane now. He was struggling the first 4 weeks, and he's made a name for himself. He's been getting better and better each game. And Jarvis Brownlee. Do I even got to start Jarvis Brownlee? I love Jarvis Brownlee. That was my favorite trade probably of this season, by far. I'm surprised we gone for a 6th round pick. I keep saying that. I don't know why the Titans would give him up for a 6th round pick. He's amazing. He's really good in the slot. And going for our edges too. Now with Quinnen gone, I feel like all the pressure now goes to Jermaine and Will McDonald, because now they're the ones generating all the pressure. It's all on them now. Quinnen was always getting double team, triple team, so it was kind of hard for him to force some pressure to the quarterback. Now it's all on those two. And also on Jawan Briggs too. I will say I like that trade too. He's been pretty solid this season. People haven't really talked about him. Harrison Phillips is being good in the run. Simple as that. And for safeties, with Andre Cisco out, Tony Adams will be back in the starting lineup. And I believe we have signed Dean Clark to the active roster. So honestly, I would love that Caleb Downs. When I think about it, Caleb Downs, he's probably going to be a top 5 pick. So it's going to be hard. We'll see what happens. But I would love to have Caleb Downs. Just imagine Caleb Downs, Malachi Moore. Great. That reminds me of Aaron Glenn back in Detroit with Kirby Joseph and Brian Branch. That'll be a really good safety duo, and it will impact our defense by far. And to win against the Cleveland Browns, obviously their quarterback Dylan Gabriel, he's been pretty solid. I like him. He hasn't been the best. I'm not going to put all the blame on him. I feel like our main focus on the game that we need to focus on is Quinshaw Judkins, who's having a really good year. I love him. He's a really good rookie. We got to focus on stopping him. And we got to guard Jerry Jeudy too. He's been having a quiet year. Their rookie Harold Finnan, who I was a big fan of coming out of the draft. That's been his favorite target, Dylan Gabriel's. So basically just focusing on those offensive weapons. And don't even get me started on Myles Garrett for defense. Whoever is going up alongside Myles Garrett, whoever is going against him, good luck. That's all I gotta say. You're gonna have to triple team him because he is going to generate a lot of pressure to Fields, and if you know how Fields is under pressure, it's not good. So if we could stop Myles Garrett too, that would be great. That's all I gotta say for today's video. I would like to win against the Cleveland Browns. I know people want a better draft pick, but come on, as Jets fans, we want to win. Let's be honest. We would like to win. We can still get a good draft pick, even with winning. With how everything in the NFL is going on with all the teams, like the Saints, the Titans, we'll be just fine. Once the season's over, we can focus on it. That's all I got to say for today's episode. This is Vigosportstalk here, host of Vigosportstalk Jets, and I'll see you next episode. Peace. Let's go Jets.